When I was 17, I was a junior in high school, and I was a huge band geek. Like, my entire high school career was dedicated to band. So I was so dedicated that when I graduated from high school, a lot of people were surprised that I was pursuing a career in theater. But theater is just what I always wanted to do. And it's just, when I joined a band in middle school, I really wanted to march in the marching band and everything, and I didn't really like the theater program we had in my middle school, so I just joined band, and that was my thing, and it was a lot of fun. That was my stress reliever, and not that I had a lot of stressful classes. I had some, but they weren't like crazy stressful. But it was still my stress reliever. I guess the biggest stress came from the people around me. There was this one girl that just pretty much ruined high school for me, because she was really mean, and she just went out of her way to make my life as miserable as possible. So band kind of just, of course, unfortunately, she played the same instrument that I did, but when you're on the marching field, like, you concentrate on what it is that you're doing and you forget about everyone else, so, yeah. And in the high school, when I was 17, I didn't have a lot of friends. Like, I had friends, but they were just school friends. They weren't really friends, like, the kind of friends that you're like, let's go to the movies together. Like, they all had that kind of friendship with each other, but I was kind of just the random person that sat at that table and hung out with them, and they'd hang out on the weekend and I wasn't invited. So I had school friends, but that's all they were. I had a best friend in middle school, and she moved away. She lives in the same town, but she lived on the other side of town, and we were really close freshman and sophomore year still, but my junior year life just started happening, and we started drifting apart, so I didn't really have her anymore either. So I spent a lot of weekends, and I spent a lot of time at home, so my homework always got done. Like, there wasn't really any problem with me, like, procrastinating or anything, because I was always home doing homework and reading. That's all I did with my free time. And that's when I was 17. That's also when I started dating my first boyfriend, whom I so fondly call the jerk, because that's exactly what he turned out to be. And I was just at that age, and I didn't love myself enough that I let him, like, manipulate me. And it was, when you're that age, a lot of times when you have your first significant other, or you think you fall in love for the first time, or maybe you really do fall in love for the first time, you try to make that one person the one. Like, you don't realize that a lot of times high school sweethearts remain just that, and that the one is out there. You just have to go find him or her. But I was one of those people that, like, no, like, I have to marry this person, and it ended up just ending really, really badly 2 years later. So yeah, that's how naive I allowed myself to be. And when I was 17, that's actually when I did my first high school play. Like, I had acted before, but I hadn't acted since I was, like, in elementary school. So I had gone a huge gap without acting, and to be back on the stage just acting was awesome. I was a chorus girl in 42nd Street, so I didn't even have a big part, but it was so much fun, and I didn't mind it at all. Like, to me, being on stage has always just been what I live for. I don't care how long or how short I am on stage. And so I was really excited when I found out that I had gotten cast. Like, to me, that was just what I was focusing on, and there's a lot of talented people at the audition, so I didn't think I had a chance. So that was basically all that happened when I was 17. I was a goody two-shoes. I spent my life reading and doing homework when I wasn't busy with band, or once I did do theater. So that was